Ever since the release of Birdman, critics have been calling it the best film of the year, or they've even gone as far as calling it one of the best films ever made. And I actually don't see this as a maniacal statement. I could definitely see this on a top 30 or even in a top 20 list of best films ever made. Even though this film is being critically praised, a lot of people still seem to be unsure about Riggan Thomson's character, mainly when it comes to whether or not he actually possesses the power of telekinesis. This uncertainty is spawned by its clever but sometimes confusing style of storytelling, and most importantly, the ending. Now, before you continue watching this video contains major spoilers about the film. So if you haven't seen this beautiful movie yet, I implore you to go out and watch it before you watch this video. And for those of you who have seen the film and are about to watch this video, just remember that these are just my interpretations of it. Okay, first off, the big question that people want to know is, does Riggan Thomson actually possess the power of telekinesis? To me, yes, he absolutely does. I was sold on this from one of the beginning scenes where Riggan secretly injures one of his actors because he's god-awful at acting by using his power to drop a heavy light system from the ceiling to his head, paralyzing him. And also by the ending where the camera shows Riggan's daughter look outside the window and look up into the sky and smile after he supposedly jumped from the hospital window. And I know some of you are saying by now, but Carlos, there's no way he has powers. He obviously was not really flying around the city near the ending of the film. Therefore, his powers are just a figment of his imagination. Now, I can see why you would think that. In fact, that's what I thought after I first viewed the film. I will agree that no, he was not actually flying around the city. That was just his imagination. But there isn't really any evidence to argue that the other displays of his powers weren't real. After watching it a few more times, I can say that the purpose of that particular scene was not to expose the subject of his powers being his imagination, but to express Riggan's yearn for prestige and admiration by attempting to succeed in his own produced theater play, instead of selling out and becoming the iconic Birdman again. That's right, flying and the success of his play are symbolically connected. So yes, this means that after Riggan's play was a gigantic success, he gained the power to fly, which is why his daughter is shown looking up into the sky, implying that he is flying. Now, to explain to you how I got to this conclusion, I'm just going to give you my interpretation of Michael Keaton's character, Riggan Thomson. Riggan Thomson gained the power to move objects from becoming an iconic action hero called Birdman, which allowed him to achieve one of his life's goals, which is to be famous, to be known. But his powers are not strong enough for him to fly. This is because Birdman is all a sham. Although he is known by the general public, artists and critics consider him to be dishonorable. He no longer wants to fly as Birdman anymore, not just for the Hollywood movies. He wants to fly credibly, he wants to fly honorably, he wants to fly legitimately. And the only way for him to achieve that is to gain respect and admiration for his theatrical play. This is why at the end of the film, after his lawyer exclaims to him that his play is now a worldwide successful masterpiece, he takes a leap out the window and begins to fly. To me, this is a metaphorically symbolic message to all the artists and critics in the film that doubted him. It's like him saying, hey, I might not be Birdman anymore, but I can still fly. It's funny because I used to think this film should have ended after Riggan shoots himself on stage. But now I believe that this ending is masterful, as it serves as a vital point for the central character of the film. Well, alright, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching, and again, this is just my interpretation and thoughts, so if you have your own interpretation, I would actually love to read it. So please comment and let me know if you agree or disagree, and if you have your own thing going on, if you got your own little interpretation.